I live my life as a spectacle created with a paintbrush. Forget the radio, for now I'm dying fameless. Category 5 communication failed us. It's difficult to see a blossom when your brain's fucked. It was a problem that annoyed me like a paper cut. Giving up on what you truly love to make a buck. Let's talk about it later, someone here's forsaken us. And I can sense that where we're standing isn't safe for us. My words are a product of involvement with unfaithful counterparts who use me as a target. Never short of gambling life for a photo shoot. Better wars are in my future cause I'm over you. Pardon me, I'm moving forward with my train of thought. Part of me can now appreciate the force of God. On track to overthrow the modern activist, standing in the way of anyone that wants to capture this. Look closely cause I'm bound to make you activate the feelings of euphoria that tend to make you salivate. When it's said and done, you focus on the next line. I guarantee this album will improve your boring sex life. I promise that I'd never hold a feeling back. My third album is a mission for a fearless man. So charge up the flash if you wanna fly, and aim your cameras to the center of the sky. 40 days alone, I'm thinking of the big mistake. To live my life without the stories from this picture face. I won't succumb to any bullshit that the system say. I'll simply shut my mouth and let you watch the picture face. 40 days alone, I'm thinking of the big mistake. To live my life without the stories from this picture face. I won't succumb to any bullshit that the system say. I'll simply shut my mouth and let you watch the picture face. And just like that, it opens up a brand new passage of what you've seen from the crib to the casket. From the dreams to the where am I going. It seems so cliche to appear so important. The world's full of anti-progressive people. They bark a lot but their aggressive nature's see-through. The bottom line was written for your own sake. It's hard to find the perfect picture on these cold days. So bundle up and cancel out the torture, convincing you that this face was not designed for portraits. The negatives are absolutely fabulous. Light another cigarette and entertain the cameras. This is our chance to liven up the heart's pulse. A combination of a story and an art show. The bloodstream will move at a different pace. So come along with me and analyze a picture face. 40 days alone, I'm thinking of the big mistake. To live my life without the stories from this picture face. I won't succumb to any bullshit that the system say. I'll simply shut my mouth and let you watch the picture face. 40 days alone, I'm thinking of the big mistake. To live my life without the stories from this picture face. I won't succumb to any bullshit that the system say. I'll simply shut my mouth and let you watch the picture face. It's a protest of interest, an empty promise with some hopeless incentives. The front lines are controlled and conditioned to absorb the damaging emotional convictions. You'll find the general embellishing his egotism. You'll find the men within his base as simply feeble children who will rise to the call of the superhero, the sacrificial lamb designed to induce a people. The march of the dead man carnival, caught in the middle of a 10-man arsenal. Ambush the cardinal, kill the ambassador. Assassination planned accordingly with calendars. Wide awake as the smoke screens elevate. The final days for a cocaine heavyweight. The sniper rifle aims directly for the heartbeat, and in the distance you can hear the guns.
La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. La vida y muerte de un ángel. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. Vida y muerte, vida y muerte.
The blood stains his skin, the rainstorms move in, the face stays the same. The king places blame on anybody independently inspired, on anybody that's defending their own honor. And he's appointed as a military mascot, to be the punching bag trained till the last drop. Standing up for the things he believes in, abandoned and sentenced to death by the week's end. Writing plots to escape on a paper plate. He takes pride in the grace of his ridiculed fate. While they sleep, he's imagining a new day, and hiding all of his secrets inside his toothpaste. Wake up, tied down, dragged through the desert sand, looking in their eyes, knowing he's a better man. Inside his heart, he has a picture of his son, and in the distance you can hear the guns.
La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Vida y muerte, vida y muerte. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. Life and death, vida y muerte.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to sleep, nowhere to hide. but he knows where to be when there's nowhere to fly. He's an emaciated monster, the life and death of an alienated author, writing novels dedicated to the men killed. It doesn't matter how his lovers or his friends feel. Word for word, he's trying to unearth the curse, trying to bring in all the light and alert the world. This is a march for a dead man. They took his pencil and they severed off his left hand, tied tight to the totem pole's core. And in the distance you don't hear the guns anymore.
La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Vida y muerte, vida y muerte. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. Life and death, vida y muerte. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Life and death of an angel. La vida y muerte de un ángel. Vida y muerte, vida y muerte. La vida y muerte de un ángel. The life and death of an angel. Life and death, vida y muerte.
I've been wiping these raindrops back and forth for weeks. The raindrops are tears and the wind shields my cheeks. Concealed in guilt from a dream left in limbo. Awake to the realization of life through this window. It breathes like any other suicidal Wednesday. The CD skips when it recycles what your friends say. And I'm still driving on a quarter tank of anger, dismissing all regret and seeking comfort from a stranger. The road is slowly turning itself into a bear trap. Collapse against the wheel, bodies in a parallax. The storm continues, it's a natural aggression. Within the broken glass I come across my own reflection. Don't connect the blood without the evidence. You won't detect a single product that has relevance. This is how the crash appeared inside my nightmares. I slowly disappear and fade with the road flares. This is the face that describes every side of life. A picture says 1,000 words but never says I'm right. One of a kind, too involved to ever let it go. I'll keep the wheels in motion, baby, while you're headed home. This is the face that describes every side of life. A picture says 1,000 words but never says I'm right. One of a kind, too involved to ever let it go. I'll keep the wheels in motion, baby. Push the pedal to next week. I've got the best seat. I'm on a mission to secure my proper destiny. I call it my life, you call it wasting time. It's just a tightrope that we're walking on a shaky line. Be the antagonist, I'll be your advocate. We'll be connected at the heart as we imagine this. It might just be the only way to keep the ship afloat. And we may have to aim the daggers for the devil's throat. Command and conquer, the animal instinct offer. Accountable for destroying what this animal seems to long for. Poison particles are airborne and on the move. Just trying to make it out alive is sometimes hard to do. Contemporary, we're living in cemeteries. Conditioned to conflicting, complicating winter flurries. Spinning out of control, prepared for this crash. Staring at the shattered glass, tending to the whiplash. This is the face that describes every side of life. A picture says 1,000 words but never says I'm right. One of a kind, too involved to ever let it go. I'll keep the wheels in motion, baby, while you're headed home. This is the face that describes every side of life. A picture says 1,000 words but never says I'm right. One of a kind, too involved to ever let it go. I'll keep the wheels in motion, baby. I live for the opportunities that other people throw away. It's nothing new to me, escaping from this sober state. It hurts the first time, by now you think I wrote a book. Standing in this line all day just hoping that you open up. Complications can lead to an altercation. Can feel like an accusation, can bleed from the vaccination. Cause another accident, another casket sits beneath the tragedy and family that's passionate. I never take the wheel if I don't feel I'm confident. Putting your life into my hands, I'll sign the documents. I accept all the blame that you can throw my way. I just ask that when I pass you still know my name. 9 to 5 on the interstate, I'm leaving now. Don't know where I'm going but I'll take the scenic route. Caught a case of the half full pint glass. Act like you're unimpressed, you'll never get sidetracked. This is the face that describes every side of life. A picture says 1,000 words but never says I'm right. One of a kind, too involved to ever let it go. I'll keep the wheels in motion, baby, while you're headed home. This is the face that describes every side of life. A picture says 1,000 words but never in motion, baby. I'll keep the wheels 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 in motion, baby.
Like a day gone bad, you just forget it and run. Well, I've been running for years and I can get very far. Now I'm stuck in the snowland but don't wanna get out. I'll just keep to myself in the middle of America. Stay close cause I'm not going anywhere. Toxic, turning my insides out. Walking through the city filled with cold air, taking more than my time. Waiting years to get my head straight, fighting over source. I'm saying all I can before I go into hiding. I'm making sure that they forget what I stand for. I see moments like it's my last day, soaking tears to get my head right, crying over spilled milk, taking all I can before I go away forever, changing faces like I know what I'm on. This time, I'm putting my cards on the table. I keep watching people fall like angels, hiding from their insides, falling from this heaven or worse. You better watch out, taking more than these names down. Only get you outside, waiting for these others to drown.
It's another typical afternoon, daydreaming beneath this apple tree. My lungs and my heart feel apathy. My blood's unimmune to the gravity. Haphazardly, I'm so naturally a running man in a race that's about to be the be-all end-all. Cut your lifeline, I don't wanna be around you in this nightlife. Pop another, I'm afraid to be myself. Pill, honoring the ones before me, living in this lonesome hell. Honestly, I know probably in due time as the devils keep watching me. The end of the rope is attached to the boat that's leaving the dock in a matter of moments. Baby, let's imagine this world is ours with a new beginning. Free from the gods and free from the awful reality of autumn and nuclear winters. Over the counter, over the clouds, over the line, I'm over the limit. Open your mouth and hold on to doubt and don't trust me cause sober's a gimmick. I'm only here as a novelist for the things I've seen, occupied and constantly polishing pieces of my dreams, offering myself anybody that's around me to listen. Sound of contradiction, sound
I
of
keep watching people fall like angels, hiding from their insides, falling from this heaven or worse. You better watch out, taking more than these names down. Only get you outside, waiting for these others to drown. I keep watching people fall like angels, hiding from their insides, falling from this heaven or worse. You better watch out, taking more than these names down. Only get you outside, waiting for these others to drown.
I'm gonna run through this bitch like a bitch runs through her own shit. So a lot of people, they wanna know about my life, what I do on a daily basis. So I got my man Satyr, you know, he's gonna help me out with this one. Yo Satyr, yo tell him who the fuck I am.
Seeing boys, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we're bored. Tell me, what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two. What's the deal with analysts and assholes acting overzealous, trying to confiscate the passport? Walks the modern walk, talks like a soccer mom, turning up the heat to try and melt away my honor pops. This is ludicrous. Why the hell you mad at me? Because I live right on the edge against the laws of gravity. I didn't make a point to stand alone and run my mouth like you and your crew that symbolizes nothing underground. Learn to recognize the sum of all your failed nights. I bet you realize you're blowing steam like tailpipes. All this talk about monotonous development is seriously making me a little less intelligent. Turn your life around, maybe we can speak again. I highly doubt it cause your ego is a perfect 10. And don't believe your friends when they say your shit is dope. They're obviously just saying it for a hit of coke.
It's him, boy, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we're bored. Tell me, what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two.
It's him, boy, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we're bored. Tell me, what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two. And I don't need to have a reason at all to say the things I wanna say without you acting appalled. And every Sunday morning you can write another verse about your stupid philosophies and your date of birth. I don't completely understand how you get this far, charging all your expenses to daddy's credit card. More importantly, who invests their time in you, talking this and that and thinking you can do what I can do? I'll just laugh it off and leave it underneath your skin, cause I can see the anger right behind that silly grin. This entire conversation you look desperate, I'll walk away before the cocaine sets in. There's plenty more topics at hand, like recruiting your fraternity brothers to be your fans. Enough of that, I just need me a drink. I really hope that that's your girlfriend flashing me winks.
It's the import, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we import, tell me what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two.
It's the import, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we import, tell me what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two. Whatever happens, I just want you to know that I left your name anonymous to soften the blow. It doesn't matter how you go about interpretation. Beyond that, I don't owe you any explanations. Mr. What now? Mr. I don't back down. Go ahead and tell your sister that I'm back in town. I reel them in with $1 on my fish hook. Damn, it feels good to be input.
It's import, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we import, tell me what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two.
It's import, same motherfucker that can radiate a million lies and still put a smile on your lady's face. So we import, tell me what would Jesus do?
I bet that if he lived my life, he'd have to have a drink or two. Diamonds on the inside, rust on the template, liquor on the liver and some dust on the rib cage. Tripped out wires, look for where the fuse split. How many times must we go through the blueprints? You don't need any schematics for the layout. The lights often cease to assist you on your way out. Grab a flashlight, let's find the problem here. This is the last night, your heart won't be commandeered. If there's any piece of wisdom I can correlate, the business exists to dismiss your subordinates. If the object of the game is to fly away, I'll be in this position, never worried of the time of day. Compromising what the weather plans are dishing out. Precipitation compensates the feelings that are different now. On the borderline of catalog and manual, the analog emergencies are accurate and factual. Codependent on a carbon copy skeleton. Open-ended arguments for born-again Americans. The precedence is built from family traditions. Finger-painted silhouettes that sadly depict us. This is the episode the critics never mention. Minuscule obscenities provoke viewer discretion. And I'm convinced that I'm well prepared to fix this modern-day catastrophe while watching from a distance. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all. It's a funeral procession for the cancers, a beautiful display of the starlit dancers. Deep in the belly of the beast on a binge, contemplating suicide with feelings on the fringe. The world is a dangerous contraption of semi-automatic lovers murdering their passion. In heaven is a sold-out concert with tickets being scalped by angels dressed as monsters. The feeding frenzy starts with a toast directed to the family of the stay-at-home ghost. Every so often you can hear him speak about the laboratory where experiments sleep. False with the dialogue, modest with depression, honorably discharged, admired as a veteran. Regardless of anything you've heard, he's absolutely fascinated by your choice of words. And he is what lives in our shadows, a voice that we hear that communicates in vowels. Pressed to the window with an eye on discovery, destined to imitate a butterfly that's fluttering. Caught in the world when the changes emotions, cautious and permanently brain dead to most things. I promise you that I can make a difference. Let me kill the animals that kidnap the princess. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all.
There's something on your mind. Somebody please tell me what's wrong.
Too many people are amazed with your adamant ways, and I can see through the bullshit you casually play. Not amused by the fantasy, integrated with vanity. Image intoxicated by women designed to damage me. I'm older now, with the pressure off my shoulders. Found another exit with the message while I drove around. This is it, electric and audible, eccentric and arguably tested by particles. Placed in the water and consumed by the listener. I never seem to find the clues in your questionnaires. Is it wrong of me to critique the instinct of semi-biographical agendas that your chin speaks? I don't concur, I don't think you're concerned with your political beliefs you never confirmed. I see the population move along in unison. I see articulation too involved in music. It's a poor excuse for a cut of the apple pie, another loose interpretation of a passerby. And I'm okay with where this got me, aiming for the stars no matter what the process costs me. And I don't wanna be a dead weight, incapacitated till the day I get my head straight. And I don't wanna be a lost cause, another knockoff of innovative pop songs. And I don't wanna be a dead weight, incapacitated till the day I get my head straight. And I don't wanna be a lost cause, another knockoff of innovative pop songs. Can we applaud for the audience for being tolerant and patiently cooperative? I know it's hard to put yourself through all the agony of poster children modeling for compliments and flattery. Replace the battery or let the engine die down. Engage with sanity and mention it to right now. It's all a cycle of innate replication, a vital demonstration of insane imitation. Maneuver cautiously, hoping that no one's watching me, leaving rudimentary lessons with my apologies. I'm calling all of these artists to write a real song, not another piece about belief or how your freedom's gone. Can we improve our perception to get away from mundane displays of imperfection? I can see the light exposing all your flaws tonight. Of course it might eventually destroy your pride, and I can make it on my own now, and that's exactly why I take it on the road now. I can guarantee this train will never slow down. It's been like this since the day my music broke ground. And I don't wanna be a dead weight, incapacitated till the day I get my head straight. And I don't wanna be a lost cause, another knockoff of innovative pop songs. And I don't wanna be a dead weight, incapacitated till the day I get my head straight. And I don't wanna be a lost cause, another knockoff of innovative pop songs. Watch the world lose its mind and never try to help. Too concerned with the image of a perfect hell. When the summer cries, I proceed to write all the misconceptions that you feel about my life. And I don't wanna yell, and you don't have to scream. It just so happens that you dreamt another nasty dream. Let the words go and punch the time clock, so we can excavate the demons from your mind's thoughts. All aboard the bus, it's headed to the city lights. I know we're in for what the Christians call a shitty night, but I don't care at all, because you're by my side. And that's the only thing that matters if the story dies. Wipe the tears away and let that smile shine. Before we leave the store, let's grab a drink from aisle 9. Drink the pain away and breathe the nicotine. Let's all experiment with ways that we can fix a dream. We're dying for sleep while trying to live, and all of a sudden we've showered in sin. Awkward and scared, we stare at the sun, portraying our nightmares and feelings on drums. The forecast is fake, the snow is not real. The truth that we speak of are lies we conceal. Dangerous and hopeful that God is alive, famous for stealing an angel's disguise. And what's at the bottom of the wine glass? Just another broken heart, the liquid helps the time pass. We've been here long enough, I think they shouted last call. I know it's hard to judge each other when we act small, cornered by a feeling big enough to make you run. Sort of discontent and aggravated from your buzz, but you can be yourself, I'm thankful that you found that. And all I ask is that you let me sing your soundtrack. The music speaks in a way that we cannot describe, and if we die today, I know that we have lived our lives. Don't expect these simple words to be the end of this. You told me what this life's about, I'm glad you mentioned it. We're dying for sleep while trying to live, and all of a sudden we've showered in sin. Awkward and scared, we stare at the sun, portraying our nightmares and feelings on drums. mornings are diluted with the headaches, coffee-coated arguments, rewind and press play. It's not that serious, it's actually a blessing to say the things we need to say without a second guessing. And I don't ever wanna play the villain. I've done it once before and it's a process that can kill men. Oversaturated and under criticism, I told myself that I would never teach this to my children. Falling back on everything I thought was true. I only strive to be successful when it comes to you. Call me old-fashioned, it's all I've ever known. I love it when you hear it makes for a better home.
We're dying for sleep while trying to live, and all of a sudden we've showered in sin. Awkward and scared, we stare at the sun, portraying our nightmares and feelings on drums.
Yes. Salmon run. Yeah. It's rap music at its best. Brought to you by white people. Yes.
Yo, input, can I open up? I stay broke as fuck. Plus I'm always blaze smoking the dopest stuff. Coping with no luck, I get tough love. That's why I puff dubs and get kicked out the pub. I get belligerent and cause a scene when I start talking shit on your favorite football team. Stand up with my chest puffed up, Mr. Bad Guy. But didn't get far, left the bar with a black eye. Yeah, I'm that fly, my mouth's mad dry. I got cats asking me for autographs, why? I don't know, I'm just a bum with a whack truck. So back up, cause I'm trying to get my stats up. Yo, most of these rappers just diss me, but they straight made for little kids like Disney. Hey yo, input past the whiskey.
And you can always spot Mr. Bad Guy, too intoxicated and he never really acts right. Tells the world you can hear him on the radio. Just another lie because he's trying to take your lady home. You love to hate him, drunker than a sailor, looking for a fight with his childish behavior. And you can promise yourself that it's the last time you will ever hang around the likes of Mr. Bad Guy. Can I kick it? Because I got another ticket, a parking violation on probation in this district. And now it seems as if they're booting my car, cause I've been drunk on the patio just shooting the stars. I've been shooting the shit with a beautiful chick. I have to close it in an hour cause she's soon to be sick. If a boyfriend returns from his cocaine run, I can damn sure guarantee my poor game is done. Cause I'm that asshole that's too drunk to cut her off. And I've been trying to buy some drugs from undercover cops. I'm blacking out again, I'm lashing out at friends. I'm acting immature and bashing all your unattractive friends. I'm making obscene gestures to the DJ, screaming at the TV even though the game's on a replay. Mr. Bad Guy's on duty till they close the bar, rudely interrupting conversations, he's a superstar. You can always spot Mr. Bad Guy, too intoxicated and he never really acts right. Tells the world you can hear him on the radio. Just another lie because he's trying to take your lady home. You love to hate him, drunker than a sailor, looking for a fight with his childish behavior. And you can promise yourself that it's the last time you will ever hang around the likes of Mr. Bad Guy. Mr. Cab Driver, please get me out of here. I've been in trouble since the moment that I had a beer. And I can tell that no one was impressed with the antics and the alcoholic references I stressed. Follow me along the cityscape, we can have a pity date. It won't go far cause she's labeled me an idiot, but not to worry as I'm too detached to really care. And I can never remember the evenings anyways. Stealing drinks from the VIP table, vodka in the beer bottle, sleeping on the way home. I'll treat your jacket like a doormat, order everyone a shot and stick it right on your tab. Most people seem to have a good time, entertained fully when I speak out of line. It's time to travel cause the people here knew Mr. Bad Guy's coming to a city near you. And you can always spot Mr. Bad Guy, too intoxicated and he never really acts right. Tells the world you can hear him on the radio. Just another lie because he's trying to take your lady home. You love to hate him, drunker than a sailor, looking for a fight with his childish behavior. And you can promise yourself that it's the last time you will ever hang around the likes of Mr. Bad Guy. Yo, I need a ride home. Yo, just come on, one more drink, man. Yo, shut up. One more drink. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. It's all the same type of strategy, identical formations, preventable decisions from a medical sensation. All on his own again, speaking of another fight, posted in an empty bar, drinking off another night. Put up a fist to instigate the proper battle call, acting out and shooting down his dreams with flaming cannonballs. Point the finger at the man without regrets, and he'll point the pistol back at you with someone to forget. All he ever wanted was to finally destroy it, but that was quickly killed when his mistakes were all exploited. Poorly executed, it determined how he lived, and ultimately led to massacres and drowning. This life of an architect, he'll die of a heart attack. No one wants to tell him that his dreams are just too hard to catch. Why are we so damned afraid to face conviction, when all we seem to do in life is murder all our innocence? I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. I've met the most amazing people on a whim, and occupied their company while shedding all my skin. I start the morning shift as if it's just a formal gift, handed from the heavens under attack from catastrophic fists. A matter of life and death, I'm making a treasure chest and placing it deep within the earth for you to find it next. And I'll supply all of the rations that you'd ever need to guarantee survival. Yes, I promise that it's guaranteed. There's more to me than just a rhythm and a vocal track, but you don't need to see that side of me, I'll hold them back. We'll just rely on what we've learned to be progressive, so we can fly away from certain indiscretions. Above the skyline, life is not so difficult. We'll find the pipe bombs hidden in the windowsills. We'll deactivate the negatives together and laugh our way to heaven while we travel through the stormy weather. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. This is the scenery provided by some chosen words, economically efficient, fundamentally preserved, mostly built from an honest man's perspective, only debilitated by this world's exits. It's written in the sky and painted on the skeleton. It's sitting on the bus and strengthening intelligence. It's on the interstate, it's on your dinner plate. It's running circles right around you like a figure eight. Come close to me and we can study how it moves. Supposedly we're openly emotionally confused, but when it comes around to be the final curtain call, I'll be perfectly content just knowing that I did it all. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music. I grind till all I hear is metal on metal, and I'm fine with the fear that I never may settle for anything less. Within this life that's abusive, all I have to my name are my words and my music.
I just found a pencil and I started writing, and I filled this notebook full of words. I guess that was the first time the mechanism had exposed itself, and it felt pretty good sitting there writing a notebook with a pencil. And I wrote on, and it seemed a very easy, nice thing to do, and it still remains an easy, nice thing to do.
Without the ego, the heartbreak, the decals, it scars me. The artificial happiness, emotions that are transient. I need the constant, the contact, the concept, the cardiac commitment in this carnival of nonsense. I saw this vision in sequential nights of sleep, magnificently organized and violently serene. I saw the world as a figure of prestige, inhabited by passionately civil human beings. The morning sky was a reflection of the ocean, a fascinating image that's too easily distorted. Within the oxygen you couldn't find pollution. Money was determined to be poisonous and useless. The only criminals were gods and politicians, force-feeding propaganda to impressionable children. And there were no signs of military threats. Humanity existed on the notion of respect. Rifles were extinct as the world was on the cusp of eliminating hatred and experimental drugs. These are the dreams of a place where I wanna be, where the angels and the devils live in harmony. With every revolution comes one hero, but I know when I wake up it'll calibrate to zero. These are the dreams of a place where I wanna be, where the angels and the devils live in harmony. With every revolution comes one hero, I don't wanna wake up. Government officials spoke the truth to the citizens, and every man facing death proved his innocence. The population never seemed to be in danger, and there was no such thing as perfect strangers. Secrets didn't exist, people didn't insist, keeping privacy alive with a gun in a fence. And discipline was taught to every person in order to properly maintain what was urgent. We worked together to accomplish our successes. We didn't limit anything to be domestic. It circulated in a way that I have never seen, and it was safe to say no one lived with enemies. There was a universal language that was based primarily on saving the entire human race. Men became gods, intensely we watched the start of a culture that we hopelessly dreamed of. These are the dreams of a place where I wanna be, where the angels and the devils live in harmony. With every revolution comes one hero, but I know when I wake up it'll calibrate to zero. These are the dreams of a place where I wanna be, where the angels and the devils live in harmony. With every revolution comes one hero, I don't wanna wake up. Now every night I go to sleep with intentional thoughts to examine this world and its conventional cause. Love is not a battlefield, it's a soldier. It's not the fantasy that lives in movie posters. I know that it's quite far-fetched to believe in a dream that would start like this. A man without expression is a man without soul, waiting for his death with remote controls. We have the power to ignite the sky, at least we can say that we gave it a try. With a dream and a vision for the things that might be. When the world ends, someone else will dream just like me. These are the dreams of a place where I wanna be, where the angels and the devils live in harmony. With every revolution comes one hero, but I know when I wake up it'll calibrate to zero. These are the dreams of a place where I wanna be, where the angels and the devils live in harmony. With every revolution comes one hero, I don't wanna wake up.
I sought out the answers for all the things that I was never told. I fought the cancers, disposed of them in intervals. I'm not upset, but I'm bitter in defeat. For the past 7 weeks, I've been swimming in an open sea of bullshit. It didn't take that long for me to notice the entertainment of intentional destructive motives. And as it worsened, it appeared to be a common mistake. A lot of it made the following day an awful display of obvious fates. I'll take that awkward step towards getting rid of the carcasses, the uninviting spectacle that centers itself right where the artist lives. And it's a wonderful act of vengeance, another impressive outing that's disintegrating this friendship. I'm all ears, baby, cause you're all talk. So I'm up here playing with alarm clocks. I'm just praying that one wakes me from this nightmare, or just enough to break the reasons why I still care. But please don't take this as a hate song. Don't get me wrong, it's not an everything's okay song. It's just the way that life dishes out the insults. A simple fact to never act upon another impulse. I've said a word for you, but if I said it, my mother would be disappointed in my rhetoric. There's a 5-letter word for you, but if I said it, my mother would be disappointed in my rhetoric. There's a 5-letter word for you, but if I said it, my mother would be disappointed in my rhetoric. So for now I'll say thank you with a farewell, for you taught me that there's better people living in this cold world. The windstorm polishes the open wounds. I'll never live a perfect day by your golden rules. So let's express the expletives in detail after hearing the song, awaiting response via email. So put it all up on the table, time has come to never remember the things that were mentioned in hopes it was over, the fight was won. Cause all I need is words that mean the real thing. The feeling of vulnerability is an immediate sign for wheels to spin. So hit the road and make an honest effort to emancipate yourself from facing life in all its pressure. Inevitable unhappiness, impressionable compassion sits above the power lines in plain sight of where they're
contractions hit. It's just not the same on this side of the fence. You said you were a fan, but lately haven't been that much of a friend. I don't pass judgment, never show you disrespect. I know right now you probably wanna call me a hypocrite, and that's fine, I'm not gonna try to make this work. I'll just move on and you can fill out all the paperwork, cause I'm done with this ocean that's been choking me. Release the hook, I'm floating free out in the open sea. 5-letter word for you, but if I said it, my mother would be disappointed in my rhetoric. There's a 5-letter word for you, but if I said it, my mother would be disappointed in my rhetoric. There's a 5-letter word for you, but if I said it, my mother would be disappointed in my rhetoric. So for now I'll say thank you with a farewell, for you taught me that there's better people living in this cold world. It doesn't have to be the same story told from a different mouth. Cold as a winter's clouds, broken and hollowed out. Another force to be reckoned with, openly admitted to the clinic for obsessive shit. I'm stuck on the battle plan, driving through the cattle land, hoping that tomorrow sees the optimism that I have. Off to another night, clustered by lovely lights, subsidized by angels for the simple fact they love to fight. Is it worth the time and effort to illuminate the problems that we grew to hate? Relationships we mutilate. The fact of the matter is a plastic cadaver. The heart is just a muscle that we decimate and batter. Bruised and defeated, the truth is a secret, conveyed as a mutual disturbance that we sleep with. The eyes are a window to a better place, but easily distracted when the feelings start to separate. I'm out of luck and I'm in another tight squeeze, another run at a moment that defines me. My only chance to get away from running nightly and put an end to depending on what might be. I'm out of luck and I'm in another tight squeeze, another run at a moment that defines me. My only chance to get away from running nightly and put an end to depending on what might be. It doesn't have to be the story that's been talked about, it's just a conversation piece while we're walking out. I'm adorned with the knowledge of my father's life, out of order but I'll make it if I walk it right. I appreciate the people that forgot me, ordinary offspring living by the clock speed. Hop a train to a city that accepts those simple human beings that inspire what we've let go. If our shadows could speak, they would only discuss our problems while we sleep. Saving who we wanna be, making life a comedy. The bullseye is gone from the places that you're targeting. Don't immediately think it's the end of this. I disagree with beliefs in your penmanship. I don't even wanna argue over nonsense. I'm moving forward while you're weighing all your options. I'm out of luck and I'm in another tight squeeze, another run at a moment that defines me. My only chance to get away from running nightly and put an end to depending on what might be. I'm out of luck and I'm in another tight squeeze, another run at a moment that defines me. My only chance to get away from running nightly and put an end to depending on what might be. If I don't go, I'm walking in circles. If I don't leave, I'm walking in circles. If I don't go, I'm walking in circles. If I don't leave, I'm walking in circles. If I don't go, I'm walking in circles. If I don't leave, I'm walking in circles. If I don't go, I'm walking in circles. If I don't leave, I'm walking in circles. I'm out of luck and I'm in another tight squeeze, another run at a moment that defines me. My only chance to get away from running nightly and put an end to depending on what might be. I'm out of luck and I'm in another tight squeeze, another run at a moment that defines me. My only chance to get away from running nightly and put an end to depending on what might be. Let's turn tonight into a lifelong experience. We'll run away from the question marks and periods. I'll write the epilogue, you can be the storyteller. I think we're better off hiding from the stormy weather. This is our world, don't believe the critics' words. Whatever happens doesn't matter, cause we did it first. We conquered obstacles, moved away from wrecking balls, built a castle in the heavens just to watch a city fall. From the beginning moments, love was just a dizzy spell, holding one another, throwing pennies in and wishing well. Blow the candles out and pour another glass of wine. To be above the cloud cover is so satisfying. Hear the thunderstorm circling the traffic jam. Something tells me this will let us circumvent the accidents. We can travel at the speed of light and sound of silence. To be and not to be together isn't what we're fighting. From Colorado snow to California summer sun, we'll ride it till it crashes, cause there'll never be another one quite like this, with the same amount of admiration. Nights like this were designed from imagination. Put it all in a crystal ball and watch it grow. The probability of failure is impossible. The lightning strikes are reminiscent of a flash flood. Terminate your doubts and forget about your last love. Let's imagine we escaped from the hurricane and took this picture in a panoramic perfect frame. Put it up on the mantle just to show the gods that we can handle any barrier and beat the odds. Let's imagine we escaped from the hurricane and took this picture in a panoramic perfect frame. Put it up on the mantle just to show the gods that we can handle any barrier and beat the odds. We can witness the world fall victim to Mother Nature's wrath for polluting all her children. As the wildfires grow, we'll admire this radiating photograph and treat it like a fireplace. The spectacle unravels in a lovely fashion. We're testing all of our commitments over monthly fastings. Every minute fuels this enigma and adds a splash of pizzazz to the picture. This is how the movie line would write itself, and this is why we should have left this lifeless hell. Maybe we can make it for some lost time and take a piece of the earth for the archives. The rain now appears to be a waterfall. The pain isn't nearly bad as I recall. You write the ending and I'll be the storyteller. Thank the heavens that we made it through the stormy weather. Let's imagine we escaped from the hurricane and took this picture in a panoramic perfect frame. Put it up on the mantle just to show the gods that we can handle any barrier and beat the odds. Let's imagine we escaped from the hurricane and took this picture in a panoramic perfect frame. Put it up on the mantle just to show the gods that we can handle any barrier and beat the odds. Coming back to me in photographs, the vision of your shadow steadily holding me back. Kinda drunk with the buzz of adrenaline, swimming in the open water seeking out replenishment. It affects every ounce of this carbon copy. Drowning never seemed more necessary on this body. Float away with the clouds and the constellations. Go astray with the sound of exhausted patience. Goddamn, every situation killed by this. No man should ever be exposed to a life like this. Overprocessed and underneath the wrecking ball, candidly accepting to the virus that affects us all. Pour a drink for the memory of fallen victims. Dare to think far beyond the walls of this prison. The flesh melts with every breath connected to the heart of a masochistic cupid with a sniper rifle in the park. Bang, bang, hit. You sunk my battleship, the water's rising. Who knows if I can handle this? Breathe, exhale, constant reminders of destruction piling up like junk mail. Exterior depleted by the ammunition loaded in the chamber, and I'm aiming at my last decision to call this entire thing a total failure and get away from all these complications. And I don't wanna be the life of the party when my rights are rejected by the likes of somebody. I don't wanna be the death of tomorrow when one breath signifies what we left here is hollow. I don't wanna be the Satan to your sanity, making up excuses for repeatedly dismantling the virtue of patience. Hurts you to say this, the burdens we're facing are perfect in placement. We look to the stars as a probable escape route to get away from all the negativities we played out. Thinking back to every moment that we laid down, all the things we wanted from the sky before it came down. Too familiar with looking at the same frown makes a day impossible to live within this fake town. Concentrating on perfection affecting where I aim now, cause 95% of what we hear is just the same sound. Find the sweet spot and let the breeze talk, confessing secrets to the souls I meet in detox. Cast away from the everyday metropolis, packing everything I own into my empty promises. Let's talk about it over coffee cups and cigarettes. Meet me where the moon and the horizon will intersect. This is a getaway we frantically were waiting for. It's time to set it straight and break right through heaven's doors. Fly with me so you can see what I can see. It's bittersweet with a certain sense of irony. I can be the wings on the paper plane. We'll lift off with a song from the birds that sing. We can rest when we reach our destination. We confess that we waited for the same thing. No more stress as we feel the sensation and get away from this exhausted patience. I don't wanna be the life of the party when my rights are rejected by the likes of somebody. I don't wanna be the death of tomorrow when one breath signifies what we left here is hollow. I don't wanna be the Satan to your sanity, making up excuses for repeatedly dismantling the virtue of patience. Hurts you to say this, burdens we're facing are perfect in placement. This is what it feels like to live fast, die alone, when every person that you trusted feeds you dial tones, and you'll never make it out quite right. Driving down the street on a blindfolded bike ride, the baby screams for your fatherly attention, off in the shadows with a bottle of redemption. Mortified by the drug lord podium, speaking to the junkies while mistakenly informing them your life is alright, never had a withdrawal, addicted to the limelight of the pitfall. Grab the air and assume no one's watching you, talking to a stranger trying to figure out what's stopping you. Is this your God? Is this your stop? Is it you that's anxiously destroying doorknobs? Leave the goodbye notice on the dresser, I'll read it later when the paper doesn't make my head hurt.
I've been waiting all my life to sing a song about my wrongs. I've been doing all these rights, but I don't think that I belong. I've been watching all my friends fall off. I've been watching all these lives fall apart.
This song is not a setting sun, it represents a milestone. Lets the music fade, dissolve into a dial tone. A finished portrait, open to interpretation. Every line drenched in a blood-stained determination. Dedicated to all that try to decimate it. Decorated by silencing their petty hatred. Dedicated to those who never made it, whose hesitated revolutions never left the basement. They sit alone, completely safe from the ricochets. Forget the microphone, you need to get some figure skates. Speaking without really having shit to say. Open up your mouth and you can suck up on the picture face. Cause you don't know what it means to be center stage. With every eye analyzing what you demonstrate. Trading everything you want for something sacred. Love it or hate it, but it cannot be uncreated.
I've been waiting all my life to sing a song about my wrongs. I've been doing all these rights, but I don't think that I belong. I've been watching all my friends fall off. I've been watching all these lives fall apart.
Wide awake with the telephone dead, out of state, out of mind, out of my head. Makeshift heartbeat, bulletproof ribcage, walking through the line of fire with a gas tank. Motivated by a lack of inspiration, the acclamation of a quickly fading patience. Burning bridges with my last set of matches, over the emotions and the sexual attachments. Give it all now or you will never know. Sit them all down and let your heart explode. I think I'm over spending time alone. You can tell I'm done by the sound of my dial tone.
I've been waiting all my life to sing a song about my wrongs. I've been doing all these rights, but I don't think that I belong. I've been watching all my friends fall off. I've been watching all these these lives fall apart.